there is still that steel, there's still that determination, but it is mixed with a sense of fatigue and weariness. And it's not, what's interesting is that there's a sense among the soldiers, among some of the soldiers I've spoken to, which is that they've been doing this. Some of them have been doing this for a decade. Some of them were fighting in 2014, and they may have dipped in and out of that fight as its intensity waxed and waned. But certainly the people who signed up again in 2022 they've been fighting for 3 years, and I think they get 10 or 15 days off a year. And if you're a frontline soldier on the front line for 3 years, that is, phenomenally tiring, a huge drain. I've met I've met paramedics, doctors who work on ambulances, I should say, who, get to see their children for a few days a year because they're supporting these soldiers. And for those people, there's not just a sense of fatigue. There's also perhaps a simmering sense of resentment that they are fighting. They've been making all of these sacrifices for such a huge long time. And there are other people in Ukraine who aren't. And it's really complicated. And, I'm very, very careful of judging those people who've chosen for whatever reason not to fight or not to sign up. But I spoke to this really impressive Ukrainian soldier who was in London a few weeks ago. And she was saying, her language was really powerful. She's like, I hate anyone who can carry a gun should be carrying a gun to defend their country. And, if they're not, she goes, I hate the men who aren't signing up. And she goes, even more, I hate the women who love them, because, if you can't protect your country, how are you going to protect your home? How are you going to protect your wife when, this is what she said, when, the Russian soldiers come, how are you going to protect these people, your wife from being raped, was her argument, because that's what's going to happen if you don't defend your country. Then the Russian soldiers are going to advance, and that is the fate. So she saw it in pretty stark and really powerful terms, and it really resonated with me. And at the same time, and almost in the same breath, she reflected that she does also enjoy, she's human, and of course, when she goes home and she leaves the front line for those precious 10 or 15 days a year, she loves the fact that she can still have a cappuccino or go to the theatre in Kyiv and actually have a little bit of normal life. And that's really important because it reminds those people what they're fighting for.